Well, here we are backstage in one of the dressing rooms of the Camden Palace, or what is commonly known nowadays as Coco. And the reason we're here, as you can probably hear just about in the background, Beardy Man is finishing off his set and will soon be here, sat on the sofa, talking to me about his career, his tour, his gig, his album, and the extraordinary Beardy Tron 5000 Mark III. Well, great excitement here tonight at ME1 TV. We're here at Coco in Camden, formerly the Camden Palace, where New Romantic started, but a total new genre of music is on display here tonight, and it's been performed by Beardy Man, who is sitting next to me. This is literally 5 minutes after you've just got off stage. First of all, Beardy Man, if I can call you that.
Call me Darren if you want.
No, thanks. Right. Beardy Man, I kind of prefer, and you do have a beard. And
refusing to call me my real name. I am not an animal. I am not a number. I am Darren Foreman.
Darren.
It's a shit name, isn't it? That's why I changed it. What? Darren Foreman. It sounds like you've got your mouth full. Darren Foreman. It sounds like you've got a licorice. It sounds like you've tried to put as many cola bottles in your mouth as you can and failed.
I think it's quite endearing, you know, and it suited a young boy from North London growing up who suddenly discovered, seemingly, that he had an ability for mimicry. Is that the case?
Yes.
Right. Good. Thank you very much, and good night. What then? I mean, Darren or Beardy Man came to prominence primarily as a beatbox
entity,
and you won the World Championship in 2006, 2007. Is that right?
Wrong.
Right.
I won the UK Championship twice in a row.
Oh, the UK Championship, effectively the
which
world.
Since has been done and then bettered by a couple of people.
Right.
Oh, has it been? I think, yeah, no, there's, yeah, I think it's been done like 2 or 3 times since, but I was the first to do it. And I won a car, which I sold before it even left the forecourt. My uncle's a car dealer, so he sorted it out. And I just took the money.
What was the car?
It was a Vauxhall thing. It was because Vauxhall was sponsoring, like, beatbox was really big, or at least burgeoning in 2007. Right. And you know, Vauxhall were like, they had like a sort of marketing PR team that wanted to get in on this sort of beatbox thing, because it was happening at the same time that YouTube was becoming a thing. Yeah. In 2005, YouTube sort of became popular, and then by 2007 it was clearly becoming like a sort of major force. And beatbox was one of the things fueling that. Right. Or benefiting from it. Or, I mean, no, they're fueling it, because like, you know, there was a lack of quality content on YouTube. Everyone knew that it was this next big thing, and everyone obviously uses it now like every day, and there's billions of videos on it. But like back then, beatbox was one of the things that was good on YouTube, and it was new. So I was doing it then, and yeah, you would never find Vauxhall now sponsoring a beatbox competition. It just sounds absurd. But they did it then, and I did it, and I won like a car, and I didn't need a car, so I sold it. So, but yeah, no, that was sort of the end of my love affair with beatbox, though, because I sort of figured, well, where do you go from there after you've won a car and you've beaten other people at beatbox? Right. Like, so I sort of moved on in terms of I focused more on the technological aspect of music making. Well, and sort of used beatbox as an element in a sort of wider schema. Right,
and now, I mean, I've just watched the gig, which was phenomenal, and I mean, I must say, you seem very chipper. After that, I'd be absolutely exhausted, because you must be taking or making, you know, 1,000 decisions a minute about what to play on the keyboard, what to sing with your voice, what noises to make with your voice, and how to mix it all together in what is seemingly an eternally evolving sort of music as you make it, you know.
Yeah.
Is that a fair enough description?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many decisions I'm making at a time, because it's hard to say, because the brain is such a sort of parallel processor that you never know who's making the decision. Like, I mean, there's been research done that shows that you become aware of the decisions that have been made by the rest of your brain. There's, you know, the society of the mind that's talked about, where there's this neural network and decisions get made, and your consciousness is the last thing to know about them. So you think that you're piloting your mind, but you're not, and you're just kind of. So that's what I like to do. Is I like to sort of immerse myself in music that I love, and stuff, content that I love, and just I like to enjoy what I enjoy, and I don't like to even let myself listen to like pop music really, or stuff that seems like it's sort of fake in any way. Like X Factor, when it's on, seems like poison. It feels like I'm drinking poison when I'm watching it. So I just figure you immerse yourself in what you love, and if you give yourself the means by which to create, then that'll come out again, and you'll mix it up and sort of shove it out again. Okay,
so how does it work? You've got an album out this year, which you're touring at the moment. In fact, you're in the middle of the tour, Distractions.
Yes.
Do the audience get to hear tracks from that album tonight?
No.
Right. Interesting approach, but that's part of the innovation, isn't it?
Yeah. No. So I sort of finally made an album that was made in something resembling the way most people make albums, where they sort of write songs and make an album and stuff. Because my last album was very much kind of a joke tracks and skits and stuff like that, and it was kind of more entertaining than it was good. I mean, some people really like it, but I don't. I made it and sort of I was like, well, I'll make that and then discard it. But
was that your debut album?
Yeah, and it was kind of, and because I felt like that, the artwork that I put on the cover was like a child standing over a toilet, sort of agog at this golden shit that he'd just done in the toilet, and it was kind of glowing and stuff, and it all looked very Spielbergian and stuff. Mm-hmm. And on the inside cover there was like a sort of a golden shit, sort of polished turd.
I made a album, or
I done an album. But this last album I just created, this last album I just released a couple of weeks ago is just music,
right,
with no like parodies or joke tracks and stuff, and it's what I've sort of wanted to do for a while, but I felt that couldn't really get away with doing given the sort of nature of the shows I was doing. But I've completely switched up what it is I do in a way. So
right.
There's passing resemblances to what it is that I still beatbox, and it's still all made live, and it's still all improvised.
Yes,
but like it just sounds better, and there's more to it. And
so it's still all made.
I didn't do any of the tracks on the album though. Still,
no,
because I haven't had time to learn how to perform them.
Right.
Because I've been wiping a baby's ass and making sure he doesn't hit his head on something for
like
6 months.
Rather touchingly, you gave a shout out to your wife and mentioned that you've had a baby, or you both have had a baby recently.
I didn't have anything.
No,
I ejaculated.
That's how it works.
About
apparently.
a year and a half ago, and that was the extent of my involvement. And now I spend most of my mornings cleaning up poo and talking bollocks to a tiny human that won't remember it.
Yes, but it will influence its
exactly.
development.
They're formative years.
Formative years. So basically. All of the sounds we heard tonight. You play keyboard. You're obviously a musician. You play guitars. You probably play many other instruments. You're probably an excellent drummer. You're much like Prince. You can do anything you want. But
I wish I was as good as Prince at any of those instruments.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's not as good as you at the beatbox element.
I bet he is. I bet Prince. You can bet your ass that I'm calling out Prince now for a beatbox battle just because I know he'll beat me anyway. Prince just removed himself from the internet the other day. Only Prince can do that. Only Prince can be like, I'm removing myself from the internet. Not even make a song and dance about it, but it still makes the news. Like he just closed down all his social media accounts and shit. He did like a Q&A with his fans a while ago and answered one question. He got on like Vine or whatever and did like one video. He's so insane. He believes that chemtrails are a thing.
Chemtrails, I've heard of those. Yeah, strange trails in the sky.
He thinks that like airplanes are full of like neurotoxins which cause people to be mean to each other.
Yeah, and the Chinese are changing the weather by causing precipitation when there are riots.
They have done that in the past.
I have heard that.
They genuinely, and it's easy to do. It's easy to do. You fill a plane with silver nitrite.
Silver nitrite or something, and it causes serious rainfall.
Precipitation.
In which case, rioters think, I haven't brought a brolly with me. I want to go home.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
But they did that to clear the skies and the pollution away before the Olympics. I heard rumours it was done before a Paul McCartney concert when he did Good Day Sunshine, but I don't think that's true. It was quite expensive to fill a plane up with like silver nitride vapour, but either way.
Part of well, one of the reasons you can do what you do is the development of the software, Beardy Tron 5000, which I understand is up to Mark 3 at the moment. Or is Mark 4
who knows? No, I think it's at like Mark 4. Who knows? It doesn't mean anything anyway.
Well, it does, because...
well, it sort of does, but only to me. Like, no, basically, I sort of... Okay, so, like, I had a whole bunch of random loop pedals and stuff, and had that for years, and I sort of grew this sort of monstrous setup, which was just made of all sort of different bits of physical hardware all wired together. And then I sort of, in 2012, I think it was, I sort of shed it all, just sort of cast it off and sold most of it, threw some of it away, and was just like, I refuse to use this shit now. It doesn't do what I want it to do. And so then I got this new setup built for me, and it's taken a long time and a lot of money and a lot of time, like a lot of personal like effort and investment and stuff. And it continues to improve as I sort of make incremental changes to it. But all of the sort of real hard slog is done. But what it is basically is a sort of like I'm able to control the most minute aspects of every sound that I record in and play back, and I've got all these kind of presets, but it's two computers running concurrently, both of them to within an inch of their processor capacity and within inch of the temperature tolerance.
Right,
like,
yeah.
And
some iPads as well.
Yeah, 4 iPads. They're the only things that have never broken. They're amazing. And like, but it took a long time to design and a long time to perfect. And I've got designs for, you know, future iterations of it.
You've recently performed in Turkey and India. Well, not so recently, but I mean, you perform around the world. You perform at the Albert Hall. You do all sorts of stuff. You collaborate with Jack Black and all sorts of characters doing an album in
I like the way you say you put it in the sort of present tense.
Well,
sort of, you know,
that's
yeah. I mean,
as an interviewer, you're going on to many other things.
The future is another chapter, and as you say, as we discussed before this camera started rolling, the future may not last very long. So yeah, I intend to aid the process by driving my car as far as I can, pumping as much CO2 into the atmosphere as I possibly
Fair enough. Speaking of the future, obviously we're in the middle of this tour at the moment. There's quite a few more dates to come up until the end of the year, and then we've got the new year 2015. Are you taking a break? Are you going to be touring elsewhere, or just some family time? What are the plans?
All of that you just said. I don't know. I really don't know. It's plans sort of keep changing at the moment because of various factors. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be working more on my rig. I've got no plans to start making another album for a bit, because I'm gonna basically continue to improve and configure and tweak the live rig that I use. I'm probably gonna do another one of these sort of sessions that I did, such as I did with Jack Black and Tim Minchin and that, which is this 1 album per hour concept where I'm making an album in an hour. It's quite a nice sort of ambitious idea, and it's kind of it's kind of a sort of a bit of a conceit to think that I can sort of even do that. But it's so I'm going to continue to refine the rig so that I can do that.
It does seem to indicate that those that take 5 years between albums are lazy and feckless, and you are industrious and more talented. Would that be fair to say?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, Kate Bush isn't lazy. She's just got better things to
do.
Peter
Gabriel's lazy, though, isn't he?
Peter Gabriel's not lazy. He runs a music festival. He's got a record label.
The Stone Roses were lazy.
They weren't lazy. They were high. And rich. Yeah, this is the thing. You know, people that release albums every 5 years generally only do it because they can. Elastica, again, they were high. I don't know, there's always an excuse. So, like, you know, if you're in the music industry, you've got to make stuff. I mean, I've kind of taken a break for the last 3 years from getting really involved in. I haven't done a proper tour for like 3 years because I've been in the lab building this system. And there's been points where I've been like, am I insane even doing this? Because it would be a lot easier to, like, you know, a DJ will turn up with a USB stick, and that's them, you know.
Yeah.
Come in.
Hello. In you come.
This is my gay lover and boyfriend, Adam Seaman.
Adam Seaman.
This is my mother and sister.
Ah, lovely.
Julia and Stevencia.
Stevencia Bracaturin.
Stevencia Bracaturin.
Are you in an interview?
It would look like it, but actually
we're about to
it's
draw
a casting session for a new porno.
Britain's Best Swan.
Yes.
Right.
Britain.
But we're drawing it to a close imminently, in
We
fact,
are.
so it's absolutely fine.
Yes.
Darren, finally,
Should we get out of the way?
No, stick around. You're not going anywhere.
Why?
I don't know.
I need to know why!
Why are we shouting? Anus! We're gonna draw this one. I've got to go down. I've got
We will do, we will
I've got
do.
a whole bunch of cousins down.
I'm just going to wrap it up now.
I didn't mean that in a ghetto sense. They're literally my
I'm going to
cousins.
wrap it up now.
Let's wrap it up. Let's go.
Okay,
How are you going to wrap it up?
I'm
How you
going to say,
summarise?
Darren,
Faster, man! Faster!
Darren, you've opened my eyes.
Oh, do it! There's nuts on the shoes!
Cashews. Darren, you've opened my eyes. I'm a crusty old prog merchant. You've opened my eyes to the future of music. Can you just tell people that don't know about Beardy Man, give them one word, one line as to why they might like the stuff that you're doing, and might like to see you live or buy your album, and generally get involved in your career.
Okay, if you come and see me live, you will understand what it is that I do, but you can also check out my website and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Love you. I mean, I love you and I love you. I love you guys too. I just have love for everyone. I've got enough jism to go around. Let's go. Let's start the orgy now.
That's a lovely way to end it. Darren, Beardy Man, thank you very much.
Safe, man.
Good night.
Wicked. Take care.